Overcoming insomnia. Tips for a restful night. Insomnia, the persistent difficulty falling or staying asleep, can be a formidable adversary. For those who have stared at the ceiling into the early morning hours or frequently wake up at night, the quest for sound sleep can seem elusive. However, understanding and addressing the underlying causes and employing specific techniques can significantly improve sleep quality. Here's a guide to dealing with insomnia and finding that restful slumber you crave. 1. Understand the underlying causes. There can be various triggers for insomnia, both temporary and chronic. Stress, lifestyle habits, medications, or even certain medical conditions can be culprits. Recognizing these causes is the first step. If you suspect a health issue or a medication is at the root, consult a healthcare professional. 2. Build a sleep-conducive environment. Dim the lights. Your body's internal clock, circadian rhythm, is influenced by exposure to light. Dim the lights in the evening to signal your body that it's time to wind down. Stay cool. A cooler room can promote better sleep. Aim for a temperature around 60-67 degree F, 15-19 degree C. Quiet time. If outside noise is bothersome, consider using earplugs, a white noise machine, or a fan to drown out the disturbances. Comfort is key. Invest in a good mattress and pillows. Your sleeping environment should be comfortable and inviting. 3. Adopt sleep-enhancing habits. Stick to a schedule. Going to bed and waking up simultaneously every day, even on weekends, can help regulate your body's internal clock. Limit naps. If you need to nap during the day, keep it short, ideally less than 30 minutes. Mind your diet. Avoid large meals, caffeine, and alcohol before bedtime. While alcohol might make you feel drowsy, it can disrupt your sleep cycle once it wears off. 4. Incorporate relaxation techniques. Mindfulness meditation, focusing on the present moment, can help reduce anxiety and prepare your mind for sleep. Progressive muscle relaxation. Gradually tense and then relax each muscle group. It can help relax your body and act as a form of physical meditation. Deep breathing. Taking deep, slow breaths can be calming and prepare your body for sleep. 5. Limit screen time. The blue light emitted by phones, tablets, computers, and TVs can interfere with melatonin production, a hormone that regulates sleep. Aim to switch off these devices at least an hour before bed. 6. Consider professional help. If self-help strategies don't prove effective, consider seeking professional assistance. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTY, can help identify and replace thoughts and behaviors that cause or worsen sleep problems with habits that promote sound sleep. Dealing with insomnia can often feel like a lonely and frustrating battle. However, by making deliberate changes to your lifestyle and sleep environment, you can pave the way for more restful nights. Remember, everyone has occasional sleepless nights, but if your sleep difficulties become recurring, it might be time to seek professional help. Restful sleep is not just a luxury, it's a pillar of good health. Make it a priority. What is circadian rhythm and how can you reset it to beat insomnia? You might remember the tale of Peter Pan. One memorable scene in that children's story depicts a crocodile swallowing an alarm clock. The croc is then given the appropriate name of Tick-Tock. Before you smirk at such an occurrence as impossible, you should understand that you have a clock inside you right now. We refer to the circadian clock, which regulates your sleeping and waking cycles. This is a process known as circadian rhythm. It is so named because it comes from the Latin phrase circa diem, which means about a day. This means your circadian clock resets about every 24 hours. It's why most people naturally head off for sleep a few hours after the sun sets and wake up around sunrise. Exposing yourself to a lot of light at night can make it difficult for you to go to sleep. Your body is fooled into thinking that it's time to be awake. Much of human history required people to be awake and moving around during the day because sunlight provided lots of illumination. Humans went to bed in the evening because it was dark outside. You are still influenced today by the ancient and natural rhythmic process associated with sunrise and sunset. Your circadian rhythm also influences other processes. Your circadian clock, which might function a little differently than those of other people, doesn't only regulate sleeping and waking. It plays a factor in hunger, your body temperature, your moods, the production of hormones, fluid balances, and digestion. The circadian rhythm in some people naturally has them waking up earlier than others. They also tend to prefer an earlier bedtime. Then you have those night owls who go to bed relatively late and rise the next day after most of us have already been up and around. Since this natural process influences so many things that dictate your health, it's important to have it working properly. Here are 3 ways to reset your circadian clock so that sleep becomes easier and you enjoy better overall health and wellness. Bright light therapy. Immediately upon rising, expose yourself to bright artificial lights. Go outside and bask in natural light if the sun is brightly shining. You can purchase light therapy devices such as sunrise simulators, light boxes, or simple desk lamps to let your body know it's time to get up and start your day. Eliminate or greatly reduce your exposure to light a few hours before you go to bed. Create a strict sleeping and waking schedule. Create a sleeping and waking schedule and stick to it. Over time, you can train your body and circadian rhythm to awaken and sleep at predictable times. Stick to regular meal times. Your circadian clock understands that you need sustenance not long after waking up each day. Somewhere in the middle of the day, you eat to supply yourself with needed energy, and then you eat again a few hours before you go to sleep each night. Creating a regular mealtime schedule can help you program your mind and body for the rising and sleeping times that are best for you. If these tips for resetting your circadian clock don't work, consult a sleep specialist. You might have a related issue or an underlying health problem causing your insomnia. The short-term effects of insomnia can be very disruptive, and the long-term effects include serious medical problems. The negative effects of long-term insomnia. The most common experiences of insomnia are short-term in nature. You sleep regularly, and then a change in your routine, dietary changes, a medical prescription, or some other factor causes a disruption in your usually healthy sleep patterns. Your sleep returns to normal when you identify the source and make the necessary changes. Sometimes, issues falling asleep or staying asleep are caused by an existing health problem. Sleep apnea and other respiratory issues can interrupt your sleep. If you don't breathe properly, you won't sleep for long. These issues can also make it difficult to slip out of consciousness and into dreamland. If you've ever gone without a good night's rest, and who of us haven't, you know that your performance the next day can be affected. You might have a problem focusing and concentrating. Your balance and mobility are affected, at least in the morning. Irritability and anxiety are common the morning after you don't sleep well. These things can occur after just a single night without restful sleep. If this happens a few days in a row, you can experience much more serious impairment. If you don't treat insomnia issues that linger long-term, you can develop serious health problems: high blood pressure, heart attack, and stroke. Long-term sleep deprivation negatively affects your cardiovascular system in many ways. When your body is deprived of 7 or 8 hours of healthy, restful sleep each night, you raise your risk of suffering from a dangerous and potentially deadly heart-related issue: impaired brain function, memory loss, and psychiatric disorders. The negative effects of poor sleep on your brain happen after just one night. If this continues to take place regularly over time, the ability of your brain to function properly can be seriously affected. This can diminish your problem-solving and decision-making skills and reduce your balance and mobility. Memory loss, disorientation, hallucinations, and paranoia can develop. Overweight, obesity, diabetes. These health conditions are often related. They are sometimes associated with higher levels of cortisol, a stress hormone created when you don't get restful sleep regularly. This affects your metabolism and sometimes your eating and drinking habits to the point that you are overweight. Obesity and type 2 diabetes can develop. Other serious and negative side effects of long-term insomnia go untreated. They include decreased fertility and libido, depression and anxiety, premature aging of the skin, and an overall reduction in quality of life. Don't accept your insomnia as simply the way you are. Take steps to restore healthy sleep habits and improve your overall health and wellness. This is the perfect time to exercise to beat your insomnia. Have you ever overdone it physically? Maybe you enjoyed a weekend where you were more physically active than usual. Perhaps you worked a lot more than you normally do. For whatever reason, your body was subjected to 1 or more days of physical demands that were greater than usual. You probably slept soundly afterward, didn't you? We are all familiar with this. It happens because your body needs time to rest and repair after serious physical exertion. When you put your body through its paces, it can't wait for you to lie down and sleep at night. You might even find you have to take a nap during the day after some intense physical activity. So you probably understand that exercise or some other intense physical activity can promote sleep. Did you know that the time you exercise may also influence healthier sleeping patterns? Here's when you should be at least moderately physically active to fall asleep quickly and enjoy better overall sleep quality. The morning, afternoon, or evening. Some studies show that aerobic activity in the morning leads to better sleep at night. Other data reveal that morning or afternoon weightlifting promotes healthy sleep patterns. If you prefer high-intensity exercise that is really physically demanding, then you might find that the afternoon or early evening is the best for sleep improvement. In other words, the perfect time to beat your insomnia and get back to sleeping depends on your unique situation. You really need to experiment here. We are not trying to avoid answering the question. Some studies support moderately intense physical activity in the morning, afternoon, and evening to help you sleep better. It depends on your physiology, your schedule, how involved your brain is at different times of the day, and many other factors. Daily physical activity at any time will help you sleep better. To beat insomnia, some people spread physical movement throughout the day. Start your day off with a nice morning walk. You might go for a walk on your lunch break or spend some time exercising. Then take a jog or a brisk walk in the evening or do strength training. Science tells us that the time of your physical activity isn't necessarily as important as you getting up and moving daily. Start doing this regularly. Then try different times and see how you sleep. This is a proven method for defeating insomnia and enjoying better sleep. How to eat your way out of insomnia. Some of the foods you eat can cause different and specific reactions. Some people claim that asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and other vegetables give them gas. Beans are so notorious for causing intestinal gas that they have a memorable rhyme to warn you of their gaseous tendencies. Caffeine can be used to keep people awake and alert. That means you shouldn't drink tea or coffee in the evening, or you may have problems falling asleep. Some foods are recommended for strengthening your brain and boosting your memory. Consume more fatty fish, leafy greens, turmeric and pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate, green tea, and eggs for more brain power. Just as some foods and beverages can make your brain healthier or give you gas, some can help you beat insomnia. Julie Ching is a registered dietitian and nutritionist, RDN, and certified diabetes educator, CDE. She recommends eating more of the following foods to help you get a good night's sleep. Walnuts. Eat a handful of walnuts right before bed. They cause your brain to secrete melatonin, which influences your body's internal clock. Eating walnuts causes the production of enough melatonin to help people with mild to moderate levels of insomnia. Almonds. Almonds have lots of protein, just like walnuts. They also make a great snack before bedtime because of the way they promote sleep. One of the chemicals in almonds is tryptophan. The sleep-inducing component in turkey gets blamed every Thanksgiving for causing people to doze off after eating dinner. Cheese. Eat too much cheese, and you can negatively affect your digestive system. It can also help you pack on the pounds. Moderate levels of cheese are good for you. The same tryptophan found in almonds is also present here and will help you fall asleep. Lettuce. The many different lettuce varieties contain lactocarium. This chemical has soothing properties that can help you beat insomnia. Tart, bitter cherry juice. You get both melatonin and the amino acid tryptophan in cherry juice. One study revealed that people who drink bitter cherry juice regularly slept nearly an hour and a half longer than people given a placebo. Tuna fish and organic honey also promote healthy sleep patterns. Eat more of these foods in the evening for natural insomnia relief.